So it's my final day in my current book, planner, journal. I never know what to call it. And I'm doing some kind of wrap up, analysis, review of April. And this is my finished, well, almost finished. I haven't done today's habits because it's still morning. But I have tried to analyze the data in my tracker, and I've been tracking my sleep, and it seems most nights I've slept 7.5 hours, and what's it called? What's it called? Oh my god, not the median. The other thing, the average, is also around 7.5 hours. So I guess that's the amount of sleep I need, unless I have slept. I haven't slept well this month. I have been extremely tired, but that's just April. I've looked back through my old planners and journals, and April is always like, I always write, why am I so tired? Oh, I don't have the energy for anything, and oh, I hate this. So I'm thinking it might be that I don't sleep well, and that's one factor. But I'll see in the future, in May, June, and so on, if I sleep more. So I'll continue tracking that. What else? Well, I haven't done my habits, but that's because I've been tired. And it's been really, the weather has been really, classic April. So it's been windy, cloudy, sunny, snowy. So I've tracked that here, and well, I don't like wind. When it's windy, that makes me tired as well. So and these little lines mean wind. So it's been a lot. There's been a lot of wind. So that can also be a factor why I've been tired. And this is my energy levels. And normally there aren't this many minus signs. Almost no plus signs, just here and there. Just zeros, which is, fine, and minuses, which is bleh. And I've been snoozing. I've just made notes down here about the mornings I've snoozed. And normally I never snooze. I mean, half my mornings have been snoozy. So it really does show that April is kind of a struggle. And I think, it's the weather, it's the snow melting and everything, the air fills with pollen and, oops, sorry, with pollen. I'm such a clumsy person. And, snow mold, I don't know if you say it like that in English, but there's a Swedish word for it. Mold in lawns, grass that appears when the snow melts. So the air fills with a lot of particles and stuff, and there are changes, there's the sun comes back, there's a lot of light, you're not used to it, changes in the weather and so on. So I think next year I will use this insight to cut myself some slack, not plan a lot of stuff in April, or just not demand a lot from myself, because it's just not my month, So the next tracker will look a bit like this. I haven't drawn it yet in the new journal. I'm going to change some things. I'm going to track my knee, because I am in a rehabilitation program for a sprained anterior ligament, ACL, and I have been sort of tracking well, my progress, I guess, or how I've felt, you know, with my stability, pain, things like that, and how much I have exercised, you know, done my knee exercises. I have put on the health spread devoted to my exercise program, I have put how many times a week I have done my exercises. So I'll continue doing that. You know, this is a summary of what the tracker says. But I'm also going to do the same thing I do with my energy levels. I'm going to track, you know, just put a plus, minus, or a 0 to track my day, because sometimes, you know, I'm fine in the morning and then I do my exercises and then I'm sort of sore, and I just want to know those things for myself and also for when I go to my doctor or physiotherapist, just to give them information about how I'm doing. So maybe I can analyze that data as well and see, you know, that, well, it seems that even though, you know, maybe I have instability in my knee in the mornings, but then it gets better during the day, or, you know, things like that. I just want to know what's happening with this stupid knee. There are a lot of things I want to not migrate to the new journal, but insert in computer documents, like my world building. That's, you know, there are pages everywhere with world building. This is my tab for that. So I want to just transfer all my ideas into my series Bible. I'm planning to write a fantasy series, and all of this is just, you know, my brainstorming for the series. And I want to gather everything in the same place, so I'll have to make a project of that actually in my new book. Otherwise it won't get done, and it will sort of disappear in the general messiness and chaos of this old book. There are some other things. There are some other things I want to migrate to the new book. These videos, ideas for these videos, things to buy, money and paperwork stuff. And of course my exercise program, so I'll have to redraw all of this in the new journal. My cleaning that I haven't been doing at all, and some of my work projects that are still not completely done, but some of them are. I also have a million ideas for my planner, but I've decided on one of these systems, so I don't really need those notes anymore, but I'm going to keep my tabs because there are ideas in here that I might want to try in the future. So the only thing left to do in my new book is to migrate those things, draw my tracker and a new calendar spread using this one, and also the calendar for June and July and August, but I have almost nothing on them, so I'll have to count out the pages for my booklet, May booklet, and then put calendars in, you know, every 28 pages or whatever it is. I have a few tasks I need to finish today, and this weekend we're going away, so I'm taking both my old book and my new book with me. We're going by car into the woods, so there's nobody there, don't worry. and I won't have to lug 2 giant books around on a train or something. But I do want to use this book until midnight tonight when April ends. So, because I do like it, I have been enjoying this book, so I don't want to jump into the next one prematurely. I'll start it tomorrow when we're in our cabin, and it will be the first day of new life. Perhaps.